Have you ever been at a party, a really good one, surrounded by people you like, but all you can think about is getting home? Just that sweet, sweet moment when you can finally close your front door behind you? Well, today we're going to get into exactly why that is, why you might secretly hate crowds and even dread having guests over.
You know that feeling, right? The party was fun, you genuinely had a good time, but the minute you get home, bam, you feel like you've just run a marathon. It's this bizarre social hangover that makes no sense. Okay, let's just get one thing straight right off the bat. If that sounds like you, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. This isn't about being antisocial or rude or awkward. The reason is actually something way deeper, and it's literally wired into your brain.
So in this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to unpack that neurological wiring and figure out what makes crowds and even just hosting your friends feel so draining for so many of us.
The whole key to unlocking this mystery lies in understanding a biological trait, not some kind of personal flaw, and it's something called high sensory processing.
And this right here, this is a total game changer in how you think about it. For years, you might have been telling yourself this story, right? I'm just bad at parties, or I'm rude. But the reality has nothing to do with that. It's just biology. Your brain isn't broken, it's just built to process everything around you with way more intensity.
And yep, it has an official name, high sensory processing sensitivity. And I want you to notice that word, trait. It's not a disorder, it's not a condition, it's a common trait. It just means your brain takes in everything. The lights, the sounds, the emotions in a room, and analyzes it all on a much deeper level.
And you are so far from being alone in this. About 1 in 5 people, that's 20% of the population, has this exact trait. So think about that. Next time you're at a party and you're looking for a quiet corner to escape to, there's a really good chance someone else in that very room is feeling the exact same way.
All right, so knowing this is a trait, what is actually happening up there that causes this massive exhaustion? Let's break down the real hidden reasons.
So what's the first big reason? Well, it really just comes down to the sheer volume of work your brain is doing every single second.
Psychologists have a term for this, heavy cognitive load. Basically, it means your brain's processing power is completely maxed out. It's like a computer that's trying to run way too many programs all at once.
I love this browser tab analogy. In a busy room, you're not just listening to one person talk. Your brain is actively tracking dozens of things. The couple arguing in the corner, the music, the clinking of glasses, people walking by. Every single one of those is another open tab, demanding brain power. And eventually, the whole system just starts to lag and crash.
Okay, on to our second reason, and this one builds right off the first one. If cognitive load is all about the processing, this next point is about the raw data that's just flooding your senses.
And it's called exactly what it sounds like, sensory overwhelm. For a brain that is highly tuned in, a party isn't just a fun social event. It's a tidal wave of sensory information.
And it's really the combination of everything all at once that gets you. It's not just the loud music. It's the bright lights, plus the 5 different perfumes you're smelling, plus the bass thumping in your chest. For a brain that processes everything so deeply, it's literally like trying to take a sip of water from a fire hose. Your system gets flooded, and it has no choice but to start shutting down.
Now, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's move from being out in a crowd to being at home. Because why on earth is having guests over just as draining, or sometimes even worse?
Reason number 3 sounds a little bit primal, but it is so real. Territorial stress. And the crazy part is, it happens even with the people you adore.
Think about it. Your home is your one safe space in the entire world where you don't have to manage anything. It's your charging station. But the second guest walked through the door, that sanctuary is gone. You're on. You have to perform. You have to host. And your nervous system feels that disruption, creating this constant low-level hum of stress in the background.
And that brings us to our final reason, which really gets to the absolute heart of why being the host can feel so much harder than just being a guest.
It all boils down to one simple, powerful concept, a complete loss of control. Not just over your house, but over your own ability to escape and meet your own needs.
This is such a critical distinction. When you're a guest and you hit that wall, you have the ultimate power tool. You can just leave. You can slip out the back. But when you're the host, you're trapped. You can't escape the noise. You can't go to your own room to decompress. You have no idea when it's going to end. And that feeling of having no escape route is unbelievably stressful for a sensitive nervous system.
Okay, so after hearing all that, what are you supposed to do? The point here isn't to become a hermit and never see anyone again. Not at all. It's about completely reframing how you think about it. This is about energy management, not social avoidance.
So the way forward starts with a few crucial shifts in your thinking. Step 1, you've got to truly accept that this is just how you're wired. It's not an excuse, it's your reality. Step 2, you have to give yourself permission to need that quiet time. It isn't selfish, it's essential maintenance. And finally, start seeing your home not just as a place you live, but as a vital tool for your own well-being.
And if you take away only one thing from all of this, please let it be this. Your sensitivity isn't a weakness or a bug that needs to be fixed. It is the core operating system you were born with. The goal is not to change the OS, it's to find the right kinds of apps that run beautifully on it.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. If you really started to treat this trait as a unique feature of who you are, not a bug, what would actually change? How would you start to design your social life, your home, your downtime, to truly honor the amazing way your brain is actually built?